Cruella and Maleficent have been officially confirmed for Disney Speedstorm. That's right, everyone. In today's video, we have our first look at Cruella in-game, some more teases for her list of crew members in-game, and we also have some voice lines leaked for both Cruella and Maleficent. It's a lot of exciting stuff, so let's hop straight into it, beginning with talking about Cruella in-game. So in Disney Speedstorm right now, if you go in-game and you scroll down all the way through the collection tab and you go to the very bottom, there is actually a 101 Dalmatians collection, and in this collection there is a single character, Cruella de Vil, and she looks absolutely amazing. You can only really see her silhouette right now, but from her silhouette I'm a huge fan of her design. Obviously we can't see all the full colors or anything, but just like the shape of her outfit looks great, and specifically her car. I think her car looks super cool, arguably the coolest car design in Disney Speedstorm. It definitely matches the vibes of her car from the 101 Dalmatians movie, and yet still imports it into Disney Speedstorm in, sort of a realistic way. And overall, she just looks super fun. She is an epic character and a speedster, which makes a lot of sense, and I'm glad that we are getting a villain that is not a brawler or a trickster. We've gotten Davy Jones this season too, who is a defender, and they're breaking a lot of the streaks that we've had with villains, which is good because I love to see villains in other classes besides just brawlers and defenders, and it's absolutely amazing. Now, Cruella de Vil's voice lines were also leaked, nearly all of them, and I'm going to post them at the end of the video, simply because there's like 2 minutes of them and I don't want to interrupt the middle of the video. So if you're interested in hearing all of their voice lines, stick around until the end of the video. And huge shout out to Amith990 over on Reddit for leaking all of those. Huge props to him. Super exciting that we finally get to hear their voices because they sound absolutely incredible. But now let's look at Cruella de Vil's crew members. You can see our first one that we have is Jasper, who is going to be her epic crew member, and his picture's pretty cool. We also have Horace, who's going to be a rare crew member, along with Nanny and Colonel. They are all the rare crew members for the 101 Dalmatians collection. And then our two common crew members are Captain and Sergeant Tibbs, which is very cool. Now, something important to note about the 101 Dalmatians is that there are no Dalmatians a part of this collection yet. Cruella de Vil is obviously not a Dalmatian, and then none of these crew members are Dalmatians, which means I think it's very likely in the future, or at least, Disney Speedstorm wants to leave open the possibility of having Dalmatians come to the game, which I think is really exciting and something that we could look forward to. Maybe not in the near future, but at least like sometime way down the line. Dalmatians are a very real possibility for Disney Speedstorm. Now, for Cruella's unique skill, her normal activation, Cruella will honk her horn for a very short period of time, creating sonic waves that stun obstacles and destroy obstacles. That stun opponents and destroy obstacles. So this seems a lot like Beast's ability, his normal activation. That's kind of the vibes I'm getting here. However, it looks like she's also immune during this, which is sort of a unique advantage. And then her charged activation, Cruella's cart will transform into a fire-spewing hoodless Panther de Vil for a moderate period of time. While transformed, she gains a speed boost and stuns any opponents she clashes with. So this seems a lot like the fire ability, just like the normal activation of fire, except she also gets a speed boost, which is obviously going to make it a lot better because the biggest disadvantage with the normal activation of fire is actually reaching the opponents and touching them in order to stun them. This one seems like it's going to be a bit better because she does get a speed boost along with it, so I'm very curious to see how viable Cruella is going to be in game. It'd be nice to get a really good S tier speedster for once. It's been a while since we've had one of those, but overall I'm super optimistic for Cruella de Vil. And to talk a little bit about when I think her event is going to show up, honestly I think it's sooner than a lot of us think, because if we take a look at chapter 5 of the season tour, Cruella de Vil is actually necessary here. At node 11 in chapter 5, you need Cruella de Vil at level 16 in order to complete that node, and chapter 5 opens in about 2 weeks from the time I'm recording this video, which is really not that long away. And so I think it's almost certain that obviously during part 1 we are going to get a Cruella de Vil event, and I think it could honestly happen maybe next week or the following week after when chapter 5 releases, which is super exciting and honestly not that far away, so I'm really looking forward to Cruella. We're obviously getting her during part 1, and Maleficent simply because she isn't in game yet at all and we have a lot less information on her than we do Cruella. I don't think Maleficent will be joining the roster until part 2, but honestly I'm sort of a fan of this strategy. When we have two mid-season racers, I think it makes a lot more sense to release one sort of at the end of part 1 and then the other one sometime during part 2, just to, keep the hype a little spread out, because like Anxiety and Ennui's events were almost back to back, we had like a week of separation, so it'll be a little nice to get a bit more space in between Cruella and Maleficent. That way we can focus on each racer one at a time without, getting too worried about the other one coming on the horizon. So very good changes there, and I'm a big fan of that. But let me know what you guys think of Cruella in game and Maleficent. Obviously, she's not in game yet, but she will be very soon, and her voice lines are included at the end of the video as well. Super exciting stuff. And honestly, I just cannot wait to get my hands on Cruella. These two villains have been requested for a very long time. Like last year during season 4, I know a ton of people were asking for Cruella and Maleficent, and now they are finally here, coming to Disney Speedstorm. I am so beyond hyped for their events and I cannot wait, but let me know what you guys think of them in the comments below, and now enjoy these voice lines.
It's Deville, with a capital V. How perfectly marvelous! Oh, you're being more than generous. I tell you, I'm simply mad about racing. Come on then, I do know how to make an entrance. I only accept the best. Oh, you're such a wit. Oh, it's you. Well, on with it. Oh, you've captured my style brilliantly, darling. Oh, you can't possibly afford this. Darling, I live for this. Marvelous. It's a promise. Thought they could outwit Cruella? Never. I do know how to make an entrance. See you soon! How marvelous! I adore the tailoring! Utter perfection! I'll take them all! You're smarter than you look, darling! Oh, it's splendid! Absolutely splendid! Cheerio! I will most certainly vanquish the competition. So it begins, if we must. Such grace and beauty. A most gratifying day indeed. You bestowed a gift upon me? It was inevitable. Why are you here? Who are you? What a thoughtful gift. It's you. How nice. Where did you get this? Well, this is a pleasant surprise. Not to worry, I will prevail. There is none more powerful than me. This will do. Cower before me. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! I am the mistress of all evil. It's true. Fools! Ha! Thinking they can defeat me, the mistress of all evil! I've already won. I'm impressed. You want me to what? Poor things! They'll never recover. My powers exceed all those you can imagine. Most gifts come with a price.